Joseph, the Prime Minister of Egypt. Dear friends, didn't we stop the last story till the cupbearer forgot Joseph? In today's story, we will see what happened further. Even though the cupbearer forgot Joseph, there was a God with Joseph who did not forget him. After 2 years, Pharaoh saw a dream. This was the dream. When Pharaoh was standing on the bank of the river Nile, 7 cows came up out of the river, fine-looking and fat, and they fed in the meadow. Then 7 other cows came up after them, poor and very ugly and gaunt, and the gaunt and ugly cows ate up the first 7, the fat cows. Then Pharaoh awoke. After some time he slept again, and he saw a second dream. This was the dream. 7 ears of grain, plump and good, were growing on one stalk. After them sprouted 7 ears, thin and scorched by the east wind. Even here, thin ears of grain swallowed up the good ears of grain. Then he woke up and realized it was a dream. So, in the morning his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all its wise men. Pharaoh told them his dreams, but there was none to interpret them to Pharaoh. Then the chief cupbearer remembered Joseph. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they quickly brought him out of prison, and when he had shaved himself and changed his clothes, he came in before Pharaoh. Pharaoh explained his dream to Joseph. After Joseph heard the dream, he interpreted it. Both the dreams had the same meaning. God had revealed to Pharaoh what he was about to do. The 7 good cows and 7 good heads of grain represented 7 years of abundance in the land of Egypt. The 7 ugly cows and 7 bad heads of grain represented 7 years of famine, which would follow the years of abundance. The famine in the land will be very severe, and all the plenty will be forgotten in the land of Egypt. Joseph advised Pharaoh to select a discerning and wise man, and set him over the land of Egypt, and let him gather all the food of the good years that were coming, and store up grain for food in the city. This proposal pleased Pharaoh. Then Pharaoh said, "Can we find a man like you, in whom is the Spirit of God? Since God has shown you all these, there is none so discerning and wise as you are. You shall be over my house and all my people." Thus Joseph became the prime minister of Egypt. And Pharaoh gave him Asenath, daughter of a priest, as his wife. So Joseph went throughout all the land of Egypt, and he gathered up all the food of the 7 years of plenty which were in the land of Egypt. And 2 sons were born to Joseph in the years of abundance. The firstborn was named Manasseh, and the second one was named Ephraim. When the 7 years of plenty ended, the famine began. When all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. Pharaoh sent them to Joseph. Joseph provided them with grain. All countries came to Joseph in Egypt to buy grain, because the famine was severe in all lands. There was a shortage of grain in the house of Jacob also, who was dwelling in the land of Canaan. When Jacob saw that there was grain in Egypt, he sent his 10 oldest sons to buy grain. They set out on their journey to Egypt, without knowing that Joseph, the brother whom they sold, was the prime minister of Egypt. We will see what happened to them in Egypt in the next story. God bless you.